Spin the knees downward. Squeeze the inner ankle bones together. And then take your awareness to your breath. Let your eyes soften. Notice the extension of your rib cage on your inhale. If at any point your feet or the stretch through the feet becomes distracting or too much, too intense, please unfold the toes. Notice the tissue furthest away from your throat affected by your breath. And maybe you even notice the subtleties between the inhales and exhales in your feet. Just take a moment to pour a little gratitude into your breath, both the voluntary and involuntary aspects. Next time you notice an inhale, if your toes are still turned under, release the toes, let the tops of the feet flatten. Again, spinning the inner thighs towards the floor any amount that you can, still squeezing the inner ankle bones together. Taking a moment to honor both the feminine and masculine energy in your body and in your world. So the yin and the yang, the more receptive and also the more doing. Both are very necessary for our well-being, for the well-being of our planet. On your next inhale, let your spine lengthen a bit more. As you exhale, bring your palms together in front of your heart. Drop your chin to your chest as you exhale. On your inhale, let your arms reach up and overhead and then surf the arms down into cactus arms, gently opening the eyes, lifting the chest. Exhale, palms reach forward and come together as you round your spine into a baby seated cat. Inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, elbows drop to cactus arms, lift your chest. Inhale here. Exhale, hands reach forward into namaste, round your back into a mini cat stretch. Inhale, arms lift. As you exhale, surf the arms down, cactus arms, find a little back bend here, mostly length. On your next exhale, reach the hands forward, round back into cat. Inhale again, arms surf up. Exhale, elbows float down into cactus arms. As you inhale, lengthen up and out of your waist. As you exhale, arms reach forward. Clasp the hands this time. Left finger on top, round your spine into cat. On your inhale, lift your chest, spin your palms up towards the ceiling. Exhale again, rounding forward, palms turn in. Inhale, hands spin up. Lift the chest, little mini back bend. Exhale, palms spin back in, reaching the hands forward. Swish the clasp of your hands. Inhale, hands reach up and overhead. Again, lifting the chest, rooting down through the legs. Exhale, palms turn in, round your spine back into mini cat. Inhale, hands spin up, last time. Exhale, palms spin in, reach the knuckles forward, round your spine. Inhale, open your arms into cactus arms. As you exhale, spin the hands backward, let the fingertips land behind you. Lift the chest any amount, inhale. As you exhale, maybe walk the hands back a bit more. And slowly start to peel your knees off the mat, stretching the front of your ankles. Any amount that feels good to your body. Just a gentle rocking up and down, breathing freely here. And then keeping the fingertips planted behind you, spin your shoulders down your back. Inhale your gaze over your right shoulder. As you exhale, lift the chest just a touch. Inhale your gaze over your left shoulder. Again, as you exhale, lengthen the spine, lift the chest. Inhale, turning to the right. Exhaling here. Inhale, turning your head to the left. Exhaling here. Inhale, back to center. As you exhale, walk your hands forward. Slowly bow forward into child's pose, resting your forehead. Drag your fingertips forward to the front edge of your mat. Come onto the tips of the fingers and imagine holding a ball under your hands. Squish the ball with the squeeze of your fingertips into your mat. Hug your armpits towards the mat and draw your shoulders away from your ears. Inhale and exhale. One more breath like that. Inhale, extending the arms forward, spinning the biceps up and the triceps down. On your next inhale, drag your fingertips back towards your feet. Let the palms face up. Make tight fists. On your next exhale, round your spine into a cat stretch. Try to keep the backs of your hands on the mat. Keep your chin tucked to your chest. Take a deep breath here. Slowly exhale. One more breath. Inhale. Exhale. Slowly fold over your legs. On your inhale, drag your fingertips forward. As you exhale, peel your hips off of your heels. Take your knees about hip distance apart. Take the wrists right underneath your shoulders and then lift up onto the fingertips again. Lengthen the back of your neck, lengthen the tailbone back. Inhale, let the shoulder blades slide together. As you exhale, press the floor away. Wrap your shoulder blades around your spine. Inhale again, shoulder blades squeeze together. Arms are soft. Exhale, pushing the floor away with your fingertips. One more time, shoulder blades slide together. As you exhale, press the floor away. Flatten the hands. Spin the right hand backwards so the heels of your hands line up. On your inhale, lift into a cow. As you exhale, round your spine into cat. Inhale into cow. Exhale, rounding into cat. One more time. Inhale, cow. Exhaling into cat. Inhale to a neutral spine. Spin the right hand forward and the left hand back. Same idea here. Inhale, head and tailbone lift into cow. Exhale, rounding the spine into cat. Each of these back bends, thinking length. Inhaling. Exhaling to round. One more time here. Inhale. And exhale, rounding into cat. Inhale to a neutral spine. Spin the left hand forward. Tuck the toes under and gently lift your knees off the mat. Press the floor away with your hands, wrapping your shoulder blades around your body. And on your exhale, pull your toes towards your hands and your hands towards your toes. Little isometric core waker-upper. Inhale. Again, exhale, pulling everything towards the midline of the body, isometrically. Inhale. One last time, exhale, pulling the knees and hands together. Lightly set the knees down. Step your left leg behind your right leg or foot. Inhale the left arm up. Spin the thumb as far to the left as you can and then reach that hand up and overhead. Imagine you're in between two panes of glass here. Try to level the shoulders to one another, level the hips, squaring them to the back edge of your mat, pressing through the outer edge of your left foot. Inhale here. As you exhale, extend forward through the middle finger of the left hand. On your inhale, release your left hand down. Take the left knee underneath you. Step your right leg back, spinning onto the inner edge of that foot. Inhale the right arm up. Spin the right thumb to the right as much as possible, and then take that right arm up and overhead. Keep pressing through the outer edge of your right foot. Stack your shoulders and your hips over one another, squaring to the front edge of your mat. One more breath here. Reaching and extending through the right middle finger. On your next inhale, take the right hand back to the front of your mat. Roll the right knee down. Tuck the toes under, lengthen the spine. As you exhale again, lift the knees. On your inhale, start to lift the hips and gently press yourself back to Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog. Take a moment here to settle into this shape. Feel free to walk the legs, move your head, lift and spread the toes. Putting any amount of effort into this shape to feel really good. Notice your breath. Inhaling and exhaling fully and completely. Rooting down through the index finger knuckle. driving the hamstrings back gently, tipping the tailbone towards the ceiling, keeping the yin quality of your breath, so slowly inhaling, slowly exhaling. Maybe adding more yang to your intensity in the posture, so stretching the front edge of your mat forward by pressing the hands down and away, making the legs slightly stronger by pressing the legs back and lifting your kneecaps, pulling the ribs and hips together. On your next inhale, lift high onto your toes. As you exhale, roll the feet back onto the mat, any amount that's comfortable for you. Inhale again, lifting high on the toes. Exhale, gently dropping the heels anywhere close to the mat. One more time, inhale, lifting high onto the toes. Exhale, coming all the way down onto the heels. Closer to your mat is fine. Inhale, lifting up on the toes, rolling over the toes, setting the knees back down. Walking the feet together, sinking yourself back into child's pose, resting your forehead, taking the palms face up next to your feet. Once again, make tight fist. Keep the back of your hand on the mat, tuck your chin to your chest, and roll yourself up. Rounding into a seated cat stretch, opening up the wrists, leaning back any amount. Inhale. As you exhale, soften down again. On your inhale, drag your fingertips forward, extending through the fingertips, lift the hips off the heels, tuck your toes, gently send yourself back into downward facing dog. On your next inhale, step your feet forward, bending the knees any amount as you come to the top of your mat. Once you're there, big toes are underneath the shoulders. Sink the hips back a bit so the knees are bent, belly's resting on the thigh. Release your head all the way down. Lift the front end of your toes and slip the hands underneath the front of the feet. When you feel ready, slowly start to walk out the legs. Little bit by little bit. Legs don't have to be straight here. On your next inhale, lift up halfway. As you exhale, fold over the legs. Inhale, lifting halfway. Exhale again, folding over the legs. One last time, inhale, lifting halfway. Exhale, folding over the legs, maybe massaging the palm with your toes, lifting the hips any amount that feels good, softening the back of your neck and your jaw. Inhale and exhale. On your next inhale, bend the knees, release your hands, keep the knees bent and relax the head. Roll on up nice and easy, one vertebrae at a time. Slowly as possible. Once you're standing tall, roll your shoulders down and back, let your head come up last. Spin the palms forward, coming into Tadasana. Lengthen through the back of your neck. Take a deep breath in and let the arms float overhead. As you exhale, fold over your legs. Inhale, lift up halfway. As you exhale, step both feet back into a high plank. You can press back to downward facing dog or slowly lower down, chaturanga, setting the knees down, untucking the toes, lifting for a baby cobra, more length than back bend. Tuck the toes under as you exhale, press back to downward facing dog if you're not there already. Inhale and exhale. Inhale. Exhale completely. One more full breath here. On your next inhale, step both feet to your hands. Bend your knees quite a lot. Reach your hands directly behind you. Spine is long, fingertips reaching back. Take a deep breath in as you exhale. Soften the knees any amount. On your inhale, sweep your arms up and overhead. Chair pose. Taking a gaze at the knees, keeping the heels grounded. Let the hips dip down any amount. On your next inhale, press the floor away. Let the arms float up and overhead. Exhale, palms land in front of your chest. Inhale, bend your knees, sweep your arms up and overhead, chair pose. Again, sinking the hips back, letting the arms float up with as little effort as possible. Take a deep breath in. As you exhale, fold over your legs. Inhale to lift halfway. As you exhale again, stepping the legs back, keeping the body strong, maybe dropping the knees and inhaling to cow, exhaling to cat, or going through your vinyasa. Lowering down to chaturanga, Again, thinking more length and back bend at first, and then exhaling back to downward facing dog. Enjoy 3 deep breaths here. Making any little adjustments that you'd like, or maybe finding stillness. One more breath here. At the base of your exhale, step your feet forward to your hands. Once again, bend both of your knees. We'll take the bricks directly underneath our shoulders here. So once you've gotten them right under your shoulders, keep the knees bent. Lengthen the back of your neck, lengthen your tailbone back, and then slowly peel your right leg off of the floor. Tucking that right knee into your chest. Press the blocks away with your hands or fingertips. On your next inhale, straighten the right leg directly behind you. Reach the left arm forward, maybe coming onto the fingertips of the right hand. Try not to lock the left leg. Find as much length through the left arm as you can. Inhale, maybe reach that right hand back towards the right heel. Notice the body working to balance. Inhale and exhale. On your next inhale, release your hands to the bricks. Bend both knees, tuck the right knee in towards your chest, lightly set that foot down. Inhale, left leg peels off the mat. Again, press the blocks away with your hands, tuck the left knee in. Take another breath in, and as you exhale, extend the left leg back. Slowly and gently reach your right arm forward, keeping a little micro bend in your right leg. Inhale here. As you exhale, maybe reaching that left hand back towards your left foot. Noticing your left leg working to balance you. Inhale and exhale. On your next inhale, releasing your hands back to the bricks, bending the right knee, tucking the left knee in towards your chest, rounding your spine, lightly setting the left foot down. Inhale to lift halfway. Exhale, folding over your legs. Relax the back of your neck. You can leave the bricks at the top of our mat. On your next inhale, bend your knees. Sweep your arms up and overhead for chair pose. Let the pinkies rotate in and the thumbs rotate out. Sinking the hips down any amount. Inhale and exhale. On your next inhale, press the floor away. Let the hands float overhead. Exhale, palms land in front of your chest. Inhale, reaching up and looking up. Exhale to fold over your legs. Inhale, halfway up. As you exhale, walk your feet back to a high push-up. Make the body really strong here. Go through your vinyasa, either cat-cow or chaturanga to cobra. Tuck the toes, press back to downward facing dog. We'll take 3 breaths here again. Notice where the weight is on your hands. Try to bring as much weight to the inner triad of each hand as possible. Let the shoulders soften away from your ears as you pull the shoulder blades down your back. Notice the tailbone lifting and the thighs lifting with the strength of your legs. Lift and spread your toes. When you feel ready, spin your right heel down as though you're coming into Warrior One. Inhale the left leg up. Try to keep the hips square here. Take your gaze forward to your right hand. And on your inhale, come onto the tips of the right fingertips. If you're comfortable here, reach forward through the right hand, gently lifting it off the mat. Pressing through the sole of the left foot and reaching forward through the middle finger of the right hand. Inhale. As you exhale, release the right hand, release the left, spin the right heel back to downward facing dog. On your next inhale, spin your left heel as though you're coming into Warrior One. Inhale the right leg up. Again, take your gaze forward to your left hand, come onto the tips of the left fingers. And if and when you feel ready, reach the left hand forward. Again, sole of the right foot reaches back as the left middle finger reaches forward. Inhale. As you exhale, release the left hand and the right foot, coming back to downward facing dog. Take another breath here. Peel your right leg off the mat. Keep that hip nice and square. When you feel ready, step the right leg forward through your hands, spin the back heel down. Let the arms float up for Warrior One. Take the gaze up towards the fingertips if that feels good on your neck. Pull your right hip back and push the left hip forward. Soften your jaw. Put as little effort into staying in the shape as you can, but as much as you need. One more breath. As you come out of Warrior One, notice what it feels like. Let the hands drop next to your right foot. Slide the right leg back and step back into downward facing dog. Once again, same contact with the hands and the feet, same action in the arms and the legs. On your next inhale, lift your left leg off the mat. Again, keep that hip parallel to the mat. Press the right heel down. On your next breath in, step the left leg forward. Spin your right heel down. Let the arms float up again for Warrior One. Press to the outer edge of your back foot. Pull your ribs in. Soften your shoulders away from your ears. Maybe take your gaze up to your fingers. Who are you being in Warrior One? What qualities of a warrior are you embodying? Once again, as you release the posture, notice what it feels like to come out of it. So on your next inhale, let your hands float next to your left foot. Step the left leg back to downward facing dog. Does it feel good to come out of Warrior One? Does it feel familiar? Does it feel like relief? Or would you rather be in Warrior One? And on your next inhale, take your gaze to your hands. Walk your feet towards your hands. Lift up halfway, and as you exhale, fold over your feet. Micro bend your knees. Inhale, reach both arms up and overhead. Exhale your palms to your chest. Inhale, reaching up and looking up. As you exhale, fold down, let your hands land on your bricks once again. Bend both knees, pull the right leg in towards your torso, extend the right leg back. Reach the left arm forward. Take a deep breath here. As you exhale, maybe pull that right hand back towards your right foot again. Inhale. On your exhale, bend your left knee, step your right leg back, and windmill your arms to Warrior Two. Take your gaze to your left fingertips. Let your hips soften down. Press to the outer edge of your back foot. Send the left knee towards your pinky toe. Tuck the left hip underneath you any amount. How little effort can you put into this shape to remain as a warrior? So effort without tension, relaxation without dullness. One more deep breath here. On your next inhale, reach forward with the left hand. Let it land on the brick. Take your right hand to your lower back. All at once, press off the right foot, shift forward. Stack the right hip on top of the left. Let the right arm float up and overhead. Flex the right toes back. Lengthen the crown of your head forward as you reach back through the sole of your right foot. Inhale. As you exhale, slowly release the right hand. Rotate your right hip down. Inhale the left arm up and overhead. Pavrita Ardha Chandrasana. Twisted half moon. So find as much length here as you can. Reaching back through the sole of the right foot. Also reaching up through the right heel. Lengthening the crown of your head forward. Take one more breath. As you exhale, release your left hand. Tuck your right knee in towards your chest. Round in. Set the right foot next to the left. Inhale to bend the knees. Pull the left knee in towards your torso. When you feel ready, extend the left leg back. Slowly reach the right arm forward. Again, coming onto the left fingertips. Take an extra breath here. On your exhale, extend the left arm back towards the left heel. Take a deep breath. Reach the middle finger of the right hand forward and the sole of the left foot back. On your exhale, step the left leg back. Windmill your arms to Warrior Two. Take your gaze to your right hand. Settle down into the posture gently. Stack the shoulders right over your hips. Press to the outer edge of your back foot. Send the right knee towards your pinky toe. Notice again what it feels like to be a warrior. One more breath here. When you feel ready, hinge at the right hip. Release your right hand to your brick. Take your left hand to your lower back. Again, all at once, send yourself forward into Ardha Chandrasana, half moon. Crown of the head's reaching forward, sole of the left foot's reaching back. Flex your toes towards your knee on the left side. When you feel ready, let the left arm float over your left shoulder. Notice your breath. One more deep inhale. As you exhale, let the left arm float to your brick. Rotate the left hip until it's parallel to the mat. On an inhale, thread the right arm up and overhead. Pavrita Ardha Chandrasana. Keep reaching up through your left heel. Rotate the left hip down. Still thinking length here as much as possible. Take one more breath. As you exhale, release your right hand. Bend your right knee, tuck the left knee and round it as much as you can. Lightly set the left foot next to the right. Inhale to lift halfway. Exhale, folding in. Micro bend the knees. Inhale, arms soften overhead. Exhale, palms land in front of your chest. Inhale, reaching up and looking up. Exhale, folding over your legs. Inhale, lifting halfway. As you exhale, plant your hands next to your feet. Step back to a high push-up. Go through your vinyasa or press back to downward facing dog. Once you're in downward facing dog, settle back in. We'll take a few breaths here. Always making sure the inner triad, the most stable position of the hands, is grounding down, rooting into your mat. See if you can stretch your toes forward here as you press your hamstrings back and find length in your spine. On your next inhale, shift forward, take your shoulders right over your wrists, and then take a little 1-inch step forward with each hand. We'll spin onto the outer edge of the left foot, inner edge of the right. Take the right arm up and overhead. Think about spinning the lower arm into your mat. Take a deep breath in, and as you feel ready, slowly lift the right leg. Push the hips as high as you can. On your next inhale, step your right leg forward, coming into a high lunge. Let the arms float up and overhead. Exhale, arms reach forward. Send yourself forward into Warrior 3. Rotate the left hip down, and the right hip pulls back gently. Inhale. As you exhale, tuck in. Inhale, extend out nice and long. As you exhale, tuck in. One more time. Inhale, extending long. Exhale, tucking in. Extending out nice and long, setting the left leg back, spinning that heel down, coming back to Warrior 2, taking your gaze to your fingertips. Straighten your front leg, hinge at your right hip, and windmill down to triangle. When you feel ready, lift up through the left arm, rotate the left shoulder open any amount. Micro bend your right knee. Trikonasana, triangle pose. Notice your breath. Can you breathe freely here? And if not, is there any adjustment you can make so that you can breathe a little more easily? So maybe adjusting where the left arm is or the length of your spine. Being sure not to lock the legs here. One more breath. As you exhale, release the left hand and then the right. Step the right leg back. Slowly lower yourself down. Inhale, pressing up to Cobra. Exhaling back to downward facing dog. Take a couple breaths here. Stretch the fingers forward, lift the tailbone up. One more breath. On your next inhale, step your left leg forward. Slowly lift your arms up and overhead. On your exhale, reach the hands forward, send yourself forward into Warrior 3. Take a deep breath here. Slowly exhale. Inhale, arms reach forward. Exhale, toes stretch back. Inhale. As you exhale, step the right leg back. Open up for Warrior 2. On your next in-breath, straighten the left leg. Hinge at the left hip. Reach the left arm forward and windmill your arms down to triangle. Taking the gaze up to the right thumb. Inhale. And exhale. Again, breathing as freely as you can here, lengthening both sides of the torso. Inhale. And exhale. One more breath, inhale. As you exhale, release your hands underneath your shoulders. Step your left leg back, spin onto the outer edge of the right foot, inner edge of the left. Reach the left arm up and overhead. Press the hips as high as you can. Pushing the floor away and spinning the right arm into the mat. Inhale, lift the left leg off the mat if possible. Exhale here. On your inhale, step your left leg forward, release your hands, step your right leg forward. Lift up halfway. Exhale, folding in. Inhale, arms float up and overhead. Exhale, palms land in front of your chest. Walk the feet all the way together. On your inhale, lift high onto the balls of your feet. As you exhale, slowly, slowly, slowly lower all the way down. Keep lifting the front edge of your ankles off the mat, any amount. Once you've come all the way down, spin your inner ankle bones together. Send the knees forward, lean back a bit. Notice your body balancing. One more deep breath here. On your next inhale, extend the arms forward and slowly make your way to the floor, coming into Navasana. Take your time coming here, bring the shins parallel to the ground, maybe straightening the legs, finding your boat pose. Inhale and exhale. One more breath here. As you exhale, soften your feet all the way down. Bring the left shin parallel to the front edge of your mat, and then stack the right ankle on top of the left knee. Stack the right knee on top of the left ankle. Sit as tall as you can. When you feel ready, take the right hand behind you. Lift the left arm up and overhead. Ground down through your left heel, or ankle rather, and also your sit bone. Reaching up and out of the left side of the body. Inhale. As you exhale, reach the left arm forward, and then the right. Lengthen the spine and then soften over your leg. Relax the back of your neck. Take a deep breath here. As you exhale, soften down even more. Going as far as your body likes to go, no further. One more breath here. On your next inhale, walk your hands back. Lift your torso, take your hands behind you, lift your chest, roll your shoulders down and back. Exhale here, on your inhale, lift your chest any amount more. As you exhale, lean back, take your legs back into Navasana, reach the hands forward, inhale. As you exhale, maybe straighten the legs here. Inhale and exhale. One more breath, inhale. As you exhale, set the right leg down, stack the left foot on top of the right knee. Settling your hips into the mat. Take the left hand behind you. Inhale the right arm up. Then reaching up and out of the right side of the waist, grounding down through your ankles and through the right sit bone. Lifting up and out of your waist. Inhale here. Exhale here. As you inhale, reach the right arm forward and then the left. Lengthen the spine and then start to soften as you exhale. Inhale, rooting down through the sit bones and finding length in the spine, and exhale to soften any amount. Letting the back of your neck be heavy. Inhale and exhale. One more breath here. On your next inhale, walk the hands back towards your shins. Take your hands behind you. Once again, as you inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, maybe let the head float back. Inhale, a little more length in the spine. As you exhale, come all the way up, sinking back onto the sit bones, uncrossing the legs, bringing the shins back to parallel, reaching the hands forward for Navasana. If you feel ready and you'd like to, straighten the legs. Inhale and exhale. Inhale. As you exhale, bend your knees. Bring the soles of your feet together for bound angel pose. Inhale to lift and lengthen the spine. As you exhale, gently hinge forward. Let the hands come out in front if that's available to you. If you notice the back is rounding, take the hands behind you and support your spine and use your legs straight to press your knees down. The hands forward version is okay for you. Stay here. Lengthen the back of your neck. As you exhale, fold over your legs. Inhale to find length. Exhale to soften down. Inhale again, soften. Exhale, root through the sit bones. One more breath here. On your next inhale, walk your hands back. Take your palms behind you, let the fingertips face away. Press to the outer edge of your feet, roll your shoulders down and back, and lift the hips just a bit as you lift your chest and let the head fall back. Inhale. As you exhale, soften your hips down. Extend the legs out in front just a bit. Reach the hands forward and slowly, slowly, slowly let yourself come all the way down onto your mat. Once your low back is on the mat, once again, press to the outer edge of your feet. Lift your hips, cup your glutes with your hands, and then press up onto the elbows for fish pose. Roll the shoulders down and back, let the head float back. Maybe lightly setting the crown of your head on the mat, 10 to 20% of your weight there. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, pull the belly into the spine. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, exhale. 2 more cycles of breath here. On your next inhale, lift your head, take your chin to your chest, release your back all the way down. Let the knees come in towards the midline of the body. Take the palms face up. Extend the legs out one by one. And then take your hands behind your head, wrap your hand behind the neck, and then tuck your chin to your chest. Thumbs can go down the base of the skull. Let the back of your neck be heavy. When you feel ready, release your head all the way down. Take your arms off to the side into a T. Bend your knees. Lift your hips a little and slide them to the left. Straighten the right leg, and then with the right hand, get the outer left leg and rotate that knee to the right side of your mat. Turn your gaze over your left shoulder. Inhale, inflate the belly. Exhale, pull the belly to your spine. Inhale again, inflating the belly. Exhale completely. A few more breaths like that. One more deep inhale. Exhale completely. The base of that exhale, release your left leg. Roll back to center, plant your feet, move your hips to the right side of your mat. Straighten the left leg. With the left hand, grab the outer right thigh. Rotate that knee to the left side of your mat. Turn your gaze over your right shoulder. Let yourself melt back into your mat. Keep softening here. Keep those full, deep yogic breaths. Breath here. Again, exhaling completely. When you feel ready, release the right thigh, roll back to center. Plant your feet, recenter your pelvis, and then take both knees into your chest. Wrap your arms around your legs, give yourself a hug, and lengthen your tailbone. One more breath here. When you feel ready, release your shins. Release your feet to the mat and then extend the legs out in front. Let your toes roll off to the side. Let your palms face up. Allow yourself to soften into the mat. Relax your jaw and your whole skull. Relax your eyes and your ears. Let your shoulders soften. Allow your hands and arms to be heavy. Soften the lower back and the pelvis. Relax your legs all the way to the heels and then through the arches to the tip of every toe. Leaving yourself completely relaxed from head to toe. Be witness to as many cycles of breath as you can, paying particular attention to the pauses between the breaths. As you notice your exhales soften, your mind wanders, gently pull it back to the pauses in between the inhales and exhales. Once again, witnessing the continuous thread of breath coming in and out of your body. As gently as you can, begin to deepen your breath. Let that be the first movement to your body. And then with each inhale, start to move the fingers and the toes. And the next cycle of breath, moving the wrists and the ankles. And moving the forearms and the lower legs. And then as you feel ready, relaxing the arms, walking the legs together. Extending the arms up and overhead, stretching tall. As you exhale, soften down. Bend your knees and roll onto one side or the other, using your arms as pillows. Take an extra breath here. And as you feel ready, gently press yourself up. Try to keep your eyes closed. Once you find a comfortable seat, sit really tall and let your palms come together in front of your chest. Drop your chin to your chest and let the tips of your fingers touch the point between your eyebrows. Once again, honoring the yin and yang, the masculine and feminine within you. Honoring yourself for showing up and taking care of your body.